What's good, YouTube and Twitch? We're live to both right now with a discussion, and some of you guys aren't gonna like it because the truth hurts. Needle Fiber is coming out to the TCG in March, and a lot of people are celebrating. They're excited for what it's going to do for their deck, and they think they're gonna take it to the top at regionals and YCSs. I have some bad news. Needle Fiber is not going to fix your table 500 deck and make it tier 1. It's going to improve decks that already focus on synchro summoning and do their combos and create unbalanced, crazy combos for more efficient decks rather than your 10 Ys, for example, that people are excited for. Let's go ahead and get into the discussion here. So, Crystron Needle Fiber, Halqifibrax, Halqifibrax, whatever they want to call it, takes 2 monsters including at least 1 tuner. So basically anything running a tuner is celebrating a little right now. And yeah, you get a little boost in power. You get something that you didn't have before. But where have we seen this before with these powerful cards? Summon Sorceress helps my X deck, my Y deck, almost every deck in the game. What did it elevate the most? Degenerate combos with Gokis into looping the hand. ABC's got a little bit of a boost too. There was one rogue faction that rose up thanks to it, but it also took Sky Strikers and other crazy stuff. Summon Sorceress did not help your table 500 rogue deck in the way that it helped the meta decks. Needle Fiber is similar in this fashion and regard that it's not going to rise 10 Yi to the meta. Here's actually a story where it's relatable from my end. I was talking about a duel with Violons on stream recently where I beat Salmon Greats with this unique lock where I used, Epsilon and this other card that made it untargetable by traps. I was telling Billy this story and how Needle Fiber might actually make this deck a bit better. His eyes were glazing over. Literally, he was just like, yeah, sure. Okay, Violons is the word that instantly hit him there. Guess what that's gonna do for your tournaments with these other decks that you are excited for the boost from? They're gonna fall flat compared to the other decks that can truly abuse Crystron Needle Fiber. Now, let's look at what did happen. We've got some preemptive hits from Konami from a while ago, such as Dandelion. So we're not going to get the Needle Fiber plant combos that were potentially there for us. We don't have Firewall looping with our bow. Again, what did Firewall help the most? Degenerate FTK after Degenerate FTK, hand looping and every... Oh yeah. So another point too. Powerful cards that come out that people look forward to that ruin the game. Okay. Summon Sorceress again was also comboed with him. So Needle Fiber is a lot more niche in where it's going to be powerful. But where it's going to shine, currently we have the cards. We know the cards because they were banned in the OCG, such as Steam the Cloak. We have an upcoming ban list in January. Konami does like to do preemptive hits, but we'll have another ban list update before the WCQ. So we could get a small, insane metagame where we actually get to feel this for a little bit before the WCQ and see the full power of where it's going to impact with cards like Steam the Cloak. Who else is a tuner that's within the metagame very deep? Oh boy, it's Destrudo. This card's crazy, and what card is often seen with Destrudo this day after going into Yazi? Oh, it's not going to be your Yang Zing deck getting a huge upgrade. It's just going to be Yazi going into Mermare, who's also a tuner, summoning multiple tokens, and then enabling you into freaking Needle Fiber. Oh yeah, the combo decks picked up a really great tool. When I look at everything that's out there right now, who has the biggest potential besides Denglong, who's on the ban list, and rumored to stay on the OCG list right now from a very reliable source? Ib, the World Chalice Justicar, is the most comparable card right now. So you're going to get Guard Dragon loops, potentially going into Needle Fiber. That's freaking insane and crazy to me. So looking around, there's just not a lot of upward potential for certain decks to have an ending that matters enough in the rogue section, the table 500 section. And what do we refer to this man on? What do we put respect on the name? Everyone calls him Needle Fiber and Halqifibrax already. We leave out the Crystron part. Who's playing Crystrons? I'm sorry, Hardleg Joe, I know you've been streaming them. But who's actually, unironically, playing Crystrons to summon Crystron Halqifibrax? Who? I'm sure you're in the comment section somewhere typing up an essay right now, but it's not going to elevate Cristrons. It's not going to elevate Violence. It's not going to elevate Tenyi's. What it's going to do is combo decks that already have it down pat, that just need to put a couple of extra pieces in there that can actually absorb the bricks when they're drawn and make some kind of advantage out of them and go crazy with the card. It's going to be the meta combos. It's going to be not the rogue decks. It's gonna be these crazy decks. Now, there's one part where I have to give it to chat. There is a card that I unironically fear just a little bit. Blackwing Full Armor Master does frighten me. This is a Towers-like card, first line unaffected by other card effects, but you just need a Blackwing tuner. So there is a Blackwing tuner right here that didn't generate stuff, but you could actually end up teching this into other decks that aren't Blackwings and potentially getting there. So this card in general scares me, but not even just for Blackwings. And Blackwings can pop off even under, like, you know, the rogue status. It's one of the few decks that I unironically fear, but that's because I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh! Dinosaur, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Boomer. I've lived through those ages. Now, chat, look, you got Salt in the chat. You guys brought these decks to me. I asked you for the Table 500 decks, and they're trying down there to betray me on this. Guys, there are so many strategies with tuners that are being talked about. Desk boats. Remember desk boats? They were almost good. They, unfortunately, actually at their prime, entered a meta with Cosmo, so System Down was being unironically played, and just wiping these out. Oh, there's no System Down. Needle Fiber's not going to fix your desk bot deck. I'm sorry, it's not going to bring it to the forefront of the meta. They're not going to be topping regionals because of Needle Fiber en masse. Maybe one will get through. Maybe a second. But there's not going to be multi-topping of desk bots. If there is, I'll eat my words. But Psyframes, I've actually seen cool combos going into extra draws to end on Lambda and go up to Psyframes. People are mentioning this as tuners. You've got to react to your opponent and then go into Needle Fiber. The field spell offers synchronism. You're not going to turn all these decks that have their consistency issues, that have their problems, that have even almost everything there, into rogue decks to meta decks. It's not going to happen. And that's just history. That's just something we can look at. People were also saying Mecha Phantom Beast, but the new Mecha Phantom Beast link has a restriction on it. I don't think it turns it there. They were very careful with Link Reigns Pack 3 versus Link Reigns Pack 1. Needle Fiber is from a past era. We're not gonna live under the terror that the OCG did over in Japan from this card. These are gone. These are banned. We don't have to worry about these. What we do have to worry about is combo decks getting stronger. We have new counterbalances. We have Nibiru. While the OCG had a Max C, we have 2 ban lists upcoming before and after its release. It's only going to get tanked in its power between those 2 lists, most likely. It's going to be very niche in terms of the metagame, and it's not going to rise your deck, unfortunately, most likely, unless you've already been playing with this and plan to play combo. Thank you guys so much for watching through this, even if you're a little salty. What do you think? Like, I just see so many people bringing up these rogue decks, bringing up, like, hey, this is gonna be good now. This is gonna be great now. I hate to be the one to break the scrambled egg there for you, but it's not. It's not going to bring everything to the forefront of the metagame, unironically. New Ojama ABC Orcust fanfic deck will get better. Yeah, like, ABC's close. I love ABC decks. They always find ways to impress, but I think they still have their clunkiness. They still have their issues. And like, this fixes issues for some decks in the way that it enables 2 downward arrows, does so much for them, interacts on your opponent's turn. I just don't think it brings it to that point. Crusadia? Do Crusadias actually unironically have tuners? Crusadia. I forget. Let's see. That is a tuner. Crusadia as an engine took over into the metagame over the deck. The deck was rogue. It could be boosted back to rogue status because it's not topping on its own right now, but I don't think it'll make it meta. Maybe the engine could become meta, but the deck, I don't think so. So when we look through decks like this that do have tuners that have a lot of potential, it raises it as the engine rather than the deck. Like we're seeing Sky Striker, the engine, make its comeback. I don't think you're going to see Crusadia, the deck, just evolve because of Needle Fiber and take the helm. but it could appear as rogue. I'm watching this live, thank you. I appreciate you guys who do join the streams. But just consider that compact engines, combo engines, are where it's at for this card. Thank you so much for watching the discussion. Chat actually helped me make this one, so join those live streams when you can. Usually it's every Friday and Sunday at 7 Central, as well as Wednesday. If you'd like to come and tell me you're triggered in the chat like these guys who are lying who told me to do this discussion. And also, please subscribe if you haven't already. We are almost to 50,000 subscribers. I would love to hit that before the year ends, if this video doesn't lose me a couple. And please, thumbs up or thumbs down this, depending on how you feel about it. I prefer the thumbs up if you enjoyed the conversation, but I understand if this one poured a little salt on you from the stream. Thanks for watching, though.